Steelers, Dolphins on EA Sports. Miami, Florida will be the site for today's matchup.
This is a game today that could come down to the two running backs. Two of the real stars of the sport. Two players who went in fantasy drafts really high. How do you see this one going down today?
Yeah, and how's your fantasy team? I know. We won't talk about that. Let's talk about good things. But, you know, these two teams are stars. You know why? Because we can see how the football team is built. And I think it is no doubt about it. The offensive line is a big part of it. They always have hope. If they block their guy a little bit, these running backs can make a big play out of it.
The Dolphins from the 22. Miller's got it on the toss. And Gay's in on the tackle.
Miller's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
The Dolphins have it at the 34. Trying to power his way right up the middle. As we set the offensive lineup, do not overlook Greg Jennings, an old sage at wideout who can factor into this game plan.
Every receiving corps needs a receiver just like Greg Jennings, a crafty guy who can beat you with his talent, but also can beat you with his mind.
The Dolphins now move the chains.
Coming to the line of scrimmage, right at midfield.
Miller's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Tannehill gives it up. Miller's taken down at the 49.
In the secondary, keep an eye today on William Gay out of Louisville.
Yeah, he has proven that, Jim, he's a versatile defensive back, and that's what you need. A guy that's hung around, he's got experience and talent.
He's wide open for the grab.
He's tackled right at the 24.
Well, they call it the close route because you're running towards the goalpost, but a good route that time by the receiver, making that cut. He gets open, gets behind the defense, and a nice throw.
First down at the 24. And Gay's the one who made the big stop. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Tannehill's lined up. 2 tight ends set. The Dolphins will take the snap from the 20, and they deck the quarterback.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
The Dolphins from the 32. He's drilled as he throws.
The Dolphins really don't have much of a chance of picking up this first down. It's 3rd and long. Of course, the defense is looking for passes down the field. They're all over everything, and the pass goes incomplete.
This will be a field goal attempt from 49 yards out. Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one.
They put up 3 here in the first to take the lead.
It's always good to get those points on the board and get the lead and get the other team chasing you.
And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line.
Look out. The defense is showing a blitz here. Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Roethlisberger's back in shotgun formation. The ball is jarred out of his hands.
He is one of the smoothest, most effective running backs in the NFL, Le'Veon Bell.
Who said the Big Ten can't turn out great running backs? I used to hear that statement. Well, you can take that statement and throw it in the trash because Le'Veon Bell is an outstanding running back in the NFL.
That last
incomplete, and it brings up third down. Roethlisberger's alone in the backfield. The wide receiver in motion.
Ben Roethlisberger dropping back in shotgun formation. And that's going to be a 3-and-out.
Well, in a situation like this in the first half, fourth down, you're near midfield. If it was really short, you think about maybe going for it. But fourth and long, no decision. You got to punt the football away and rely on your defense.
The Steelers from the 22.
One-handed grab. The Dolphins' defense has to be demoralized by that fourth down conversion allowed.
I think any time on the defensive side when you give up a fourth down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
First down at the 48. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. Second down and 6. The give. Gains 16.
Bell is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion. First and 10.
To the sideline and complete.
Well, they call this route a lot of things. They call it a go route. And the defense.
They step up to the 9-yard line. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. The quarter is about to end. One more play first. It's complete to Martavis Bryant.
That picks up 7. The Steelers still driving as the second quarter gets underway. Coming up to the line at the 2.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Had it, but dropped it.
When you get third and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Third and goal to go from the 2. And it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
Steelers go with the pass that time on third and short. The defense was ready, and they stopped the pass. Now we have a fourth down situation.
The offense is still on the field right now. Fourth down, and they'll need to pick up 2. Goal line defense on the field.
Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun. Rings it in for the score in the end zone.
This is why a head coach gets paid so much money. You get in situations like this, they have to make the call on fourth and goal. He goes for it, and they get it.
The point after try is in the books. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting to return the kick.
Williams going to run this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Dolphins put some points on the board on their previous possession, but it was just a field goal. They'll be looking to add some more right here.
Yeah, they will. And, listen, when you talk about touchdown drives, you have to kick a field goal. What does that mean? That means you failed on third down. Just not a good play on third down. They got to do better in that situation. If they do, that's going to lead to 7 points.
And he's taken down.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down. Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Landry's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
Playing press coverage to the outside. First down at the 47. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
Well, anytime you're talking about a successful run in the NFL, the running back is going to be a big part of that. Breaking tackles, but this time it was just the vision of the running back. He picked the right hole and picked up some nice yards.
Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun.
One-handed catch. Press coverage all the way.
The Steelers with a nickel look here on defense. The Dolphins have it at the 39. And it's complete to Cameron.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
Tannehill's now completed 4 in a row.
Tannehill standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Alvin Bud Dupree gets to the quarterback.
Nice job that time of the outside linebacker getting the sack. They ask a lot of these guys now. They are special players in the NFL. Stopping the run and the speed to get outside and get the sacks on the quarterback too.
Jennings got it on a pass that had some heat.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Tannehill's going to take it from the gun.
Should have had it.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Coming to the line at the 25.
An extra tight end on the field for this one. Tannehill from the gun.
And intercepted. Tackles made. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter.
First down snap, and this is a scary point for them. Roethlisberger's ready for the snap, empty backfield.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
Roethlisberger's got it in the gun. Brown's got it on a pass that had something taken off of it.
Jim, a good decision here by the coaches to go into hurry-up offense right before halftime. You want to get as many plays off as you can before the halftime whistle blows.
Climbs the ladder, and he has
it. That's his third catch of the day. The Steelers are leading in this one, and a lot of that goes back to the play of this quarterback, Phil. Roethlisberger's had a very solid opening half.
He sure had.
Ball is out. The offense was able to recover the ball.
One thing coaches hate when their offense is on the field is fumbling the football. Because a lot of times it's just bad fundamentals. But they're lucky this time. They have the fumble. They're able to get on top of it.
After nearly turning it over, it's second down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Roethlisberger from the gun. Going for the home run. He rips it right out of the wide receiver's hands.
Well, when you get in situations like this, third long, you got to be smart on the offensive side. Yeah, I know you want to pick up the first down, but don't force it, because if you do, it'll probably lead to a turnover.
They face third down after the incomplete pass. Ben Roethlisberger will take the snap out of the gun. Roethlisberger's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Here's the long throw by Roethlisberger. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. And that touchdown figures to have them in a very comfortable spot heading into the halftime break.
Ooh, they are feeling good. There's no doubt about that. It's been a show of good offense here so far in the first half. And now what you got to do, halftime comes, you got to go in there and tell yourself to keep this going and keep the pressure on.
He made it. The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick return.
Landry's got it. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
From the gun, Tannehill. And Jennings got the catch and the first.
Nice job that time by the runner. Gets out of bounds after the play. You got under 2 minutes, and you need to stop the clock, so he gets it done.
Tannehill's completion percentage, 70% on the day.
Looks like they're in press coverage here.
Tannehill's back in shotgun formation, and he's forced to the ground.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop the offense from scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins from the 32. Looking long. What a catch. One-handed. The Dolphins are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Snapping the football from the 28.
First down following the long play.
Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. Cameron had it but couldn't hold on as this goes incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Failing to complete that one, so second down here.
Tannehill standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
He's got a little bit of daylight here, and he'll step out.
Do the little things right. When you do those right, you get big victories. And doing it right is what this offensive player did that time. Had a chance to get out of bounds, stop the clock, give his offense more chances. Really good job by the offensive player.
The Dolphins use another timeout here, and they have one left. Sturgis will line up for the field goal try. The kick is good. Approaching the half, and that field goal has to make them feel good about their play as they keep things close.
Jim, no doubt about it. What they're saying to the opponents, look out. This game is not over. We're going to be here all day long.
It's Boykin with the return. And they have him covered up and bring him down inside of the 15. A good first half of action here, and soon we'll be sending you to Orlando and to our host, Larry Ridley. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. With this kick, the second half is underway. No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Steelers' offense is in rhythm. Coming back out for another drive. The last two times they've had it, they found the end zone.
Their rhythm, they're making it look easy. Jim, it's like watching you dance. You have such great rhythm. It looks like you're not even working at it. So that's how it looks for this offense here today.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Nisi chases him down. Getting set as fast as they can. Almost intercepted that time.
Well, it was an incomplete pass that time against cover two, the two deep safeties, and you really want to throw the football down the middle or deep down the sidelines. That time the quarterback didn't do that, and that's why it was incomplete.
The corners retreating. Here's Miller. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The Steelers believe they can pick up the first in this short yardage situation and keep the offense on the field.
The D-line all talking. I think they're expecting run. That's why they're shifting to their left.
The Steelers from the 27. The reception by Antonio Brown.
Well, the defense, they give them a first down there. They're behind. They just can't sit back there and keep bending. You got to take some chances. Go on the offensive, on the defensive side, and just make things happen.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Comes down with, no, the defender tips it out.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
And now they'll try over again on second down. The Dolphins will come out in the dime. Defense respecting the deep ball, playing way off the receivers. The Steelers from the 37. Antonio Brown with the catch.
The Steelers offense, they know it's more than just about their defense. The offense did a good job that time picking up the first down. That's what you want to do. You got a small lead in the second half. Keep getting those first downs and eat that clock up.
Ben Roethlisberger dropping back in shotgun formation. Roethlisberger sends it to Bell. And Davis is there to make the tackle.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
No need to huddle. Hurry up offense. Back to the air here on first down. Makes the catch. Touchdown.
They're not that far from closing this game out after that touchdown here mid-third quarter.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's a dominant performance so far. That drive just said it all. They wanted to take it down the field, execute the plays. They did it, and the defense just let them have their way.
Landry's going to test the coverage here. Thomas there to take him down. That return's good for about 26.
The Dolphins offense trots out onto the field, looking to get into the end zone and see if they can turn the tide in this one, partner.
Well, the fact that they are losing this game so far, the sense of urgency is there on the offensive side. You know, you have many plays in that playbook. I think they need to try a few different ones here in the second half. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Middle of the field and incomplete this time.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
Blue 10, zebra, 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 zebra.
Second and 10.
And they get the sack.
Oh, there's nothing worse as a quarterback to have pressure up the middle from an interior defensive tackle. Hard to see down the field, can't make a decision, and that time it leads to a sack.
Sack. So just 3 plays and out for the offense.
They're set to punt it away now. He's got a chance to return this one.
Gains 11.
The Steelers have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative, keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team.
Roethlisberger takes the snap from the gun.
Stands in the pocket. Le'Veon Bell has the catch.
Gains 20.
What's the old expression? Just move the chains. That's what they did with that throw and catch that time, Jim. And also gives them a chance for 3 more downs.
Roethlisberger's now completed 4 in a row.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
And they take him down.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack.
Roethlisberger's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. They motion the receiver around to the other side.
Roethlisberger's going to take it from the gun. And
Antonio Brown has the catch.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
First and goal from the 7. Bell's handed the football. Delmas is able to read that play and make the hit. Playing press coverage to the outside. Hurry up. 2-minute offense. Second and goal from the 8. Can't hold on here as it goes incomplete.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Third and goal from the 8. Pass is intercepted. No one's going to get him now. Now at the 40. They bring him to the turf. Just outside the stadium walls here, one of the great monuments you'll see anywhere in the league, a statue of the legendary quarterback Dan Marino here at Sun Life Stadium. Miller's in the backfield, single back set. Here is the first snap of the final quarter. It's intercepted.
Timmons probably going to go to the sideline and tell him, hey, I got such a good pair of hands after that interception that I should play some tight end. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this, he is one good linebacker.
The Steelers offense can reignite things now after last time moving the football only to throw a drive-ending interception.
And this is what this defense lives on. They thrive on it. They let you move the football a little bit, but they wait for that mistake. Is that mistake going to be an offensive penalty, a drop pass? That time it was an interception, so that's what this defense does, and they do it well.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. Bell takes his spot in the backfield. Here's the handoff to the outside. Bell. And that's Grimes in on the stop.
Bell is able to show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up a first down.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. That's a mindless error on the offense. Roethlisberger set, empty backfield. First down at the 45. Finds Brown. Brown's tackled down at the 38.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
First down at the 38. And Delmas there that time for the tackle.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
The Dolphins defense now is going to go nickel. A timeout charge to the offense. At the 31, here we go. Roethlisberger's got no one behind him, just a quarterback waiting for the snap. The Steelers snap it at the 31. Makes the catch in the open field. That's his 8th catch of the day.
My gosh, the wide receivers in the NFL now, it's incredible. It's not that you have one. Every team has 2 and 3, and some have 4. Good job that time by him hauling in that pass.
Roethlisberger comes out in the pistol.
Press coverage all the way. Bell's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
Le'Veon Bell shows his versatility. Good power run in the red zone that time by him.
Only 9 yards to go.
Gives it to him again. And they are in on Bell. This one goes for only a yard. And now we reach the 2-minute warning. 3rd down now.
Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play, but
Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
all you have to do is give this quarterback a chance, and he will make it happen. Another touchdown throw on a terrific throw and catch.
Extra point is good.
The Dolphins are back deep, waiting for the kick. Landry's got a chance to return this one. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24.
The Dolphins offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake. Let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 24. He'll throw it over the middle. Trying to find his target over the middle, but that pass goes incomplete. Second down after the incompletion. Tannehill from the gun. The defense gets the sack.
Jim, I'll just say this. You know, when you're getting hit, you get sacked like that, it's hard to find the open receiver down the field because you don't trust your pass protection.
Looking to go deep. And they can't connect.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
The coach is going to go for it. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Down the field. The Dolphins turn the ball over on downs.
Well, you must, on the offensive side, throw the football deep 3 or 4 times a game. That time, they're just not able to connect on the deep throw.
The Steelers took care of business here today, Phil, and now you got to think they just want to run the clock, avoid any injuries, and get to that locker room as quickly as possible to celebrate.
Yeah, no question about it. They won the battle here today. They wore out this defense. The offense was absolutely tremendous. And you're right. Don't make a mistake now like a penalty, whatever. Let the clock run out so you can celebrate.
Delmas is all over the ball carrier.
Yeah, I love situations like this. This is when I was at my best, getting in the huddle and telling everybody all the things. Put 2 hands on the football. Don't anybody jump off sides. Don't take any chances. And most of all, stay in bounds.
Well, Phil, I enjoyed watching the game with you. And how about a final thought about that victory?
Well, you know, Jim, I wish I could say the same, that I enjoyed spending these last 3 hours with you. But that's just not the case. But, no, just kidding, of course. Nice win. They got to feel good about what they've done and celebrate a little tonight.
I think I'll see.